What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is going to be Saturday the 18th of May. Got confirmed news to go through as well as the potential rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press that subscribe button if you're new and pressing the bell notifications next to it so never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and remember, every day at 8 AM UK time there is a new transfer episode. And finally, in the comment section below, if your club could sign one player this summer, a realistic sign let's say, who would you choose and why? Like, for example, you could put I support Liverpool and I'd like us to sign someone like De Ligt. Something like that, let me know down below. But now let's jump into the very first confirmed deal of the day. And it's going to be Kostic, who spent last season on loan to Frankfurt in the Bundesliga from Hamburg, and it was supposed to be a 2-year loan deal. But yesterday they announced the permanent signing of him after they exercised an option to buy. It's from Hamburg for a €6.5 million fee, and he's got a contract until 2023. Next up, we've got Bebu going to Hoffenheim from Hannover 96. That's a €10 million fee for them, and it seems to be quite busy because they announced two more signings before a couple days ago, so at least a third of the window so far. Then we have got Juan Fran leaving Atletico Madrid and becoming a free agent. Now, I'm not sure if he's announced where he's going just yet. If he has announced it, I'll cover it in a future episode, but as of right now, not really too sure. JOVIC has joined Lokomotiv Moscow on a permanent basis from Paris Saint-Germain. That's a €12.5 million fee. And Skriniar has signed a new contract at Inter Milan, taking him until 2023. There was a lot of interest there from the likes of Manchester United, Real Madrid, and many other top European clubs, but for now, he's staying put at San Siro. And the first rumour of the day is going to be someone that featured a couple of episodes ago, or last video should I say, and that is Yaya Toure. Now, there were rumours and a statement suggesting he'd retired, like Sky Sports put up and whatnot, but he seems to have denied that retirement already, because according to pretty much every outlet today, former Barca and Man City midfielder Yaya Toure has landed in China on a trial with second-tier Changde Huanghai, and the club announced yesterday. The 36-year-old has been without a team since December after an unsuccessful 3-month spell at former club Olympiacos in Greece. There were suggestions the former Ivory Coast international had retired, but he denied that earlier this week and said he wanted to keep playing for a few more years. Kicker in Germany are saying Manchester United are interested in signing Bayern Munich striker Robert Lewandowski, with the 30-year-old Poland international resisting the German club's attempts to extend his contract beyond 2021. Now, obviously Lewandowski would be a world-class addition to any team, but for Manchester United, realistically they're looking to play in the long term, and in my opinion at least, bring a 30-year-old striker in, it's not really the way to go. Especially if you consider the transfer fee itself, and I'm assuming he'd be on crazy high wages. And just like Alexis Sanchez, who to be fair, they are looking to move on to the Serie A, but he was a massive flop. He hasn't really done anything on the pitch whatsoever. His key moment in a Manchester United shirt was literally his announcement video when he was playing the piano. And now, according to UOL Esporte, they're saying Paris Saint-Germain have begun the pursuit of David Neres. The move is expected to cost the French side around £43 million. Everton, Atletico Madrid and AC Milan are also eyeing the Ajax star. Goal.com are saying that Keylor Navas looks set to leave Real Madrid at the end of the season, and Paris Saint-Germain are his likeliest destination. Now, there were some reports a few days ago suggesting that David De Gea might be leaving Manchester United, and if he does so, Keylor Navas, he could be the man to replace him. But as of right now, I mean, for FIFA Ultimate Team purposes, maybe for FIFA 20, they could have Gianluigi Buffon, 88 rated plus, or maybe a little bit lower than that now, and Keylor Navas. And now a player linked to Real Madrid from the Ligue 1 is going to be, according to AS at least, they're saying Real Madrid are negotiating for Lyon left-back Ferland Mendy, with a possible €50 million or £44 million deal possible. Contrary to reports, however, in the Spanish media, there is no provisional contract agreement between the left-back and Real Madrid, according to L'Equipe. If you go back to February or January, a lot of places were suggesting he'd be going to Barca, but as of right now, Real Madrid could be the favourites for him. And now we have got somewhat of a confirmed deal, but it's not a confirmed deal to a new club just yet. But Sky Sports said yesterday that Crystal Palace's Wilfried Zaha has told the club he wants to leave this summer. He wants to go in the summer transfer window, but the Eagles do not want to sell him. He wants to play Champions League football from next season, and Manchester United have a 20% sell-on clause in the contract. Palace seem to be demanding upwards of £60 million. Some sites even suggesting 100 mil. I don't think they'll get anything close to 100 mil, to be honest. But for example, someone gave that if they get 18 mil out of him, United do pocket 16 mil. Back in January, he was linked to move to Borussia Dortmund, but that went really quiet very quickly. And it'll be very interesting to see over the next couple of weeks, maybe even month, where he ends up. And now, according to Sky Sports, they're saying Manchester United are interested in signing Newcastle midfielder Sean Longstaff. And according to the Chronicle, Newcastle have already rubbished reports linking the midfielder to United. And like I mentioned with the Robert Lewandowski rumour, for United this summer, they have got a massive rebuild to do. Like, some players may leave, especially like taking a 20% pay cut because of no Champions League football next season. And before they're linked to like Koulibaly, Jadon Sancho, but no Champions League football could be huge in missing out on main transfer targets. And next up, according to Manchester Evening News, they're saying Barcelona are tracking Angel Gomez as he approaches the final year of his Manchester United contract. That's all it says for now. They could make a move this summer. And now we've got a confirmed deal. It's not a player though, however, it is a manager, a massive manager, that is Allegri. They have confirmed, Juventus have confirmed via an official statement on their club website and Twitter and social media, that Allegri will be leaving Juventus at the end of the season. They haven't announced who will be replacing him, but according to the odds right now, the favourite right now at 3-1 is Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho at 4-1, and Maurizio Sarri at 5-1. Now, for Pep, I don't think he'll leave City just yet. Mourinho hasn't got a club, and there are rumours suggesting that Sarri will be leaving Chelsea. And just a few days ago, reports were circling about saying that Thomas Tuchel would be actually sacked by PSG and Allegri potentially could be his replacement. So given the fact he'll be available next season, we'll definitely have to wait and see. And next up, a very short one according to AS. They're saying Chelsea Spain defender Marcos Alonso, who's 28, is on the Atletico Madrid radar. Now, Atletico could be losing a lot of players this summer, the likes of Godin, Griezmann, Rodri, there's Juan Fran, like I mentioned earlier. They've already lost Theo Hernandez, and I think even Felipe Luis might be leaving. So you would expect with a massive amount of money that'll come in, they'll be looking to bring some new players in, and Marcos Alonso could be one of those. And another player could be joining, according to Record, is FC Porto centre-back Felipe. They're saying he's passed the medical with Atletico Madrid ahead of a summer transfer, and the 30-year-old will sign a 3-year contract at the Wanda Metropolitano, with a €25 million or £22 million agreement in place between the two clubs already. And for FIFA purposes, obviously I think it's 83 rated right now. It could be okay for SBCs, especially linking to the likes of Oblak and also Jimenez. And next up, according to Canal Plus, they're saying Real Madrid are set to test Liverpool's resolve this summer by making a bid for their Egyptian forward, Mohamed Salah. And now a rumour for Liverpool, according to the Express, they're saying Liverpool sent scouts to watch Lyon's 3-0 win over Marseille last week as they weighed up a move for forward Memphis Depay. Despite his previous struggles as an England player for Manchester United, Liverpool could be willing to take a risk on Depay as manager Jurgen Klopp is keen to bring a new attacker to provide some competition for his front line next season. The report doesn't mention any fee just yet, but you would assume it'd be upwards of £40 million. And he can play left wing, can play right wing, and can play down the middle. So for Liverpool's perspective, that is pretty much perfect. Because despite having a fantastic season, they're still relying on the likes of Divock Origi and also Daniel Sturridge to come in if Roberto Firmino gets injured, which isn't really ideal. Obviously, Origi has been a hero in most cases this season when he's come on. But you want more quality, and Depay, he definitely provides that. And next up, according to Sky Sports in Germany, they're saying Real Madrid have reportedly reached a deal for Luka Jovic with Frankfurt, and the fee is €60 million. He will sign a 5-year contract with the club, and it's a massive profit for Frankfurt because just a couple weeks ago they activated the clause in his contract on loan from Benfica at just €8 million. Benfica will make another €12 million off the deal because of the fee being €60 million, but according to Bild, they have denied an agreement between Real Madrid and Frankfurt just yet, saying Madrid offered $50 million, but Frankfurt wants 60 to 70. A pretty huge story now, according to Manchester Evening News, is that Manchester City have entered the race to sign Antoine Griezmann and are willing to pay his £108 million release clause. Cadena SER are suggesting that Antoine Griezmann was preparing to release another documentary, La Decision 2.0, to announce that he was leaving Atletico Madrid, but Atletico found out before that and they cut it out and told him to stop making documentaries, and they forced him to publish the video we all saw earlier this week. And despite him being a fantastic footballer, that whole documentary last summer about his contract extension at Atletico, it's questionable to say the least, because obviously Barca players are taking the mick out of it, and now he can end up being a Barca player in the future. But for Man City, given the fact that they're being looked into right now for financial fair play and potentially breaking their rules, I can't really see them spending 108 million pounds on him. We'll have to wait and see though. And next up, according to the Daily Mirror, they're saying Juventus and Argentina forward Paulo Dybala's agent, which I think is his brother, says he'll leave the Italian club this summer, with Atletico Madrid and Manchester United both interested in signing the 25-year-old. As I keep mentioning this episode, for United, I doubt they can attract him because of no Champions League football, but for Atletico Madrid, they have a lot of money to spend with a Griezmann sale. He could be his replacement. Antoine Griezmann is not the only forward in Barcelona's thoughts currently, according to Mundo Deportivo. The Liga champions are also said to be considering Manchester United star Marcus Rashford and Arsenal duo Alexandre Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Gremio defender Walter Kahneman is a subject of interest from Arsenal, according to Calcio Mercato. The 28-year-old is also a target for Sampdoria in the Serie A, but the Gunners are hoping to secure his services with a €12 million fee or £10 million bid this summer. And next up, we go on to one according to the Standard. They mention that Fulham's Ryan Sessegnon wants to join Tottenham over Manchester United this summer, as there's a preference to remain in London. Spurs, United, Paris Saint-Germain and Juventus are all interested in the 18-year-old who has 1 year remaining on his contract at Fulham. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, press that subscribe button for more and press the bell notification next to it so never miss an upload. My previous video will be down below in the description box. Every day at 8 AM UK time is a new transfer video. And the comment section below, if your club could sign one realistic transfer this summer, who would you choose and why? Let me know down below. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.